Another thing that's funny, this was last night. You know what? I say I'm a billionaire, and people think I'm lying about that, but I'm not lying. I have an online educational platform called The Real World, where we teach people how to make money online. 18 modern wealth creation methods. It's $49 a month. It turns over $14 million a month at a 7 times multiplier, which is pretty standardized for a tech company. I have a $1 billion company, which I own 100% mine. So I'm a billionaire. And I was sitting at home with my brother last night, smoking a cigar, and we were playing Uno. Yep. Uno, bro.
Yep, okay.
And it's serious, street rules. Bro, we don't take Uno lightly. And Tristan said, when we were broke, we sat in Luton playing Uno. And now we're billionaires. We sit here playing Uno.
What's the difference?
Nothing changes. Because the best thing about life is going to be spending time with the people you care about and your brother. Okay, now I have better security. Cool, now I'm smoking a cigar. Yes, my house is nicer. But the fundamentals of my life are basically the same. If I have any spare time at all, I'll sit with my brother and we'll do something asinine. A lot of people, especially these people who are getting rich, because they're not quality people and they don't have quality relationships, they don't have brotherhood. They don't have a network of people they can rely on. They don't have a woman who truly loves them. And they're going to try and buy it, and they're going to find out that can't be done. The best thing about my life, the reason I am so rich is not because I have money. It's because I have friends who I could give all my money to, and my girl, and say, I'll see you in 10 years. And say, cool. And that's money. That's wealth. That's rich. Most people can't do that. These fucking nerds make a bunch of money. They can't trust anyone around them. They can't trust their friends. They can't trust anything. Then what do you have? It's only money. Money is probably the third or fourth most important thing in the world. Above that is health and love and your network and people you care about. There's certainly things above money. And if you have all of those and then you get money, you can amplify it. Money's an amplifier. I said this often to people who ask me questions. Nerds come up to me and go, I want to get rich. I was like, bro, you need to stop being a geek. If you get rich, you're going to be a mega geek. You're a dork. Fix it. Don't get rich before you fix your problem, because you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Because if you get rich in the state you're in, you're done.
You're going to get fucked over one time.
You don't want that. You need to go and fix everything about yourself, and then maybe God will reward you. Maybe you're not rich because you're a little nerd, and he's tired of it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. I met you for 5 seconds. I don't want to talk to you anymore. You need to understand these things and build a base of life and understand what's important, and then you get money and it allows you to amplify all of it.
Here's what I'm going to ask you, Tate, yeah? Would you say that the real world is one of the main income streams for yourself?
No, so I wouldn't say it's the main income stream. First, I'll say why it exists. I'm going to go conspiratorial again.
Go on. We love it.
Why not? I've sat there and said, okay, why do they want me in jail? Well, the military-industrial complex wants me in jail because I tell kids not to join the army and not to go die in a foreign war for no reason, because every reason they tell you to go to war is a lie. So the army wants me in jail. The feminists and the matriarchy want me in jail because I'm inspiring masculinity, which is resistance to their power. And where there's a power struggle, there's conflict, and they want me in jail because I tell men that they're allowed to have standards.
Yep.
I'm seen
You're
as a
allowed to be a
misogynist.
man.
Yeah, I'm seen as a misogynist because I effectively say as a man, you're allowed to have a standard. Yep. You're allowed to say to a woman, no, you're not supposed to speak to me that way. I'm a full-grown adult and I want to be respected in my household. That makes me a bad person. So that's why the matriarchy wants me in jail. And then I sit and say, what other powerful structures want me in jail? The education system wants me in jail because that's the biggest scam of them all. And I can prove to you it's a scam, and they know it's a scam because it has to operate inside of a vacuum. If it wasn't a scam, they would allow people to take out a loan and decide what they spend it on. Do you want to start a business? Do you want to buy crypto? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to buy a car? Do you want to get a degree?
Yep.
No, you can only get a degree with the loan, because if they give you any choice, no one will pick a degree because they know it's useless, because it's out-of-date information that takes too long to teach, and you get massively in debt. Think how fast the world moves. Think of things that are relevant now that weren't relevant 3 weeks ago. And you're learning things in a degree that were from 20 years ago, and it takes you 4 years to learn.
That's going to be completely irrelevant by that point.
It's been a month. And you're going to sit and go to school for 4 years and learn things from 1996 and think that piece of paper is worth anything?
Yeah, it's not.
The whole thing's a scam, and they know it's a scam. So I sit there and go, well, why would the educational systems want me in jail? I own university.com, www.university.com, and I have an online educational platform, which is the largest school on the planet, and we're teaching financial literacy, and it costs $49 a month, less than a Nando's, and we'll teach kids how to make money online, and they won't go to the school anymore. So I'm like, okay, so the educational system wants me in jail, the matriarchy wants me in jail, the military-industrial complex wants me in jail. Can't wait to go to court. I'm sure it's going to be a fair trial.
I can't even post this podcast on TikTok, because my last TikTok account got banned. It wasn't even clips of you. It was me and the guest speaking about you, and TikTok was like, no, harmful content, take it down. So I can't even post this on TikTok. And I know one of the reasons for your meteoric rise was to do with the fact that TikTok was getting flooded with anti-Tate content. But now that's not the case. So how do you actually keep people coming back to the real world, which was once obviously Hustlers University, right?
Yeah.
How do you get people coming back and, you know, making sure they know that we are still here?
Yeah, so I've gone, so if Instagram,
I mean,
so everywhere,
Yeah.
right? They don't like people saying anything nice about me. They don't like my voice. They don't like a still picture of me, nothing.
Literally
it's crazy.
nothing, yeah.
All I do is I make it obvious to people that the platform exists. And to further go down the rabbit hole of why that platform does exist, it's not for me to make money. I can resign now. I can retire now for the rest of my life if I wanted to live semi-sensibly. If I stopped buying 3 cars a week, I could probably still do that for a good 10 years. I could calm down and live a very nice life. The reason I have the real world is the same reason I have the war room. When I talk about all the problems, the astute members of the populace will sit and say to me, okay, then what's the solution? Andrew, the legal system's a joke. They're out to keep us all enslaved. We're not allowed to have an opinion as a man. We live in a matriarchy. My job hates me. What's the answer? And I'm a little bit disappointed in myself that I've only come up with 2 answers so far, but they're the only answers that have ever worked for me. And perhaps there's another answer that's better than the ones I have. But the only answers I can come up with, in fact, 3 answers, I apologize. There's one, God. You need God. That's the most important thing. The second is you need money. And the third is that you need brotherhood. And I believe if you have those 3 things, you become much harder to be damaged by the system. When I go to jail, I can call my brother and make sure that my women and my children are taken care of. I can have someone to look after them. I have a bunch of money so they can be taken care of. I can get the best lawyers. I have influence. So when they lie about me on the BBC, I can tweet and call them a liar and get more views than the BBC does. I can just say, lie, fake news. I can fight against them. I fight against them with my influence, which is based on my brotherhood and the people I work with inside the war room and the money I have, and God. So when I created the real world, the primary objective is for people to learn how to make money online so they can escape the matrix. Because if you have a job, you're going to be controlled. If you have a job, you can't have an opinion anymore. You can't talk. You can't say certain things online. You can't not get the vaccine, you lose your job. You can't not wear a mask. You have to obey. You have to comply or you can't pay the mortgage. If you make money for yourself online, you're now harder to control. So when they come along with their infantile ideas and try and force you to perpetuate and purport them, you can sit and say, no, I'm making my own money. You're a liar. So that's the reason I made the real world, and that's the reason I made it so cheap, $49 a month, so people can join and learn how to make money online. And the reason there's the war room is because of brotherhood, because I believe that if you analyze any period of human history, including Genghis Khan, as we just discussed, it's always been about brothers. What was Genghis Khan? It was a bunch of his boys. We still do it.
Yeah.
You and your boys, you all get together. It's the same. Let's ride that way. What's over there? Don't know. Who cares?